Formula 1 sprint races are like sour candies. You either love it or you absolutely hate its existence. So hello and welcome to Motorsports. Today we're going to give you some good news, or it might even be bad news. Well, that entirely depends on your opinion about sprint races. Formula 1 has announced that sprint races will take place across 6 races next year. That's 2 times more than we had this year in 2022. What's also interesting is that 2 of the 6 sprint races will take place on street circuits. This was never really the case for these races since their introduction. They've generally been held on tracks that are more sort of traditional. Now, the Formula 1 CEO Stefano Domenicali had this to say about the new sprint race calendar. The introduction of the Formula 1 sprint has created a race weekend that includes 3 days of competitive racing action and brings more entertainment to fans of the sport, as well as additional value for key stakeholders including teams, broadcasters, partners and host venues. Formula 1 has also decided to double the team's budget for a sprint race. The earlier limit was $150,000 and now it's increased to $300,000. To put that into an easier financial perspective, that's 2.4 crore rupees per sprint race and an overall increase of rupees 14.4 crores to the overall budget cap. By doing this, teams can no longer worry about going over the cost cap and they can get a bit more competitive in the sprint races. Now, many teams and drivers have agreed that they play it safe during a sprint race because there's not much at stake. So Formula 1 is doing everything it can to change that mindset. However, amidst all of the sprint race criticism, there is a saving grace. A sprint race weekend is a bit different from a regular Formula 1 weekend. A regular Formula 1 weekend has 3 practice sessions before the cars set their qualifying times on Saturday. This allows teams to ease into the weekend and slowly tweak their car to get the most out of the track. But a sprint weekend is pretty chaotic, sort of like this scene from The Office.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait! Everybody calm down!
Teams have just 1 practice session on a Friday before they have to set qualifying times on Friday itself. This does put extra pressure on the teams and the drivers, which adds to another level of excitement. The actual sprint race might be a bit shabby sometimes, but the qualifying sessions are usually a treat to watch, especially during a sprint weekend. We find out pretty early which teams got it right and which teams got it wrong.
What the f did you do to my car?
So that was some more Formula 1 news about sprint races for next year, the increased budget cap, and one point that I personally love about a sprint race, which is qualifying. So what do you think about sprint races? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, stay tuned to Motorsports as we get you the best of motorsport news.